Wonderful. I like to tell Dada. Wonderful. I like to tell Dada.
So I truly do not record anything or even come on camera unless I've had a haircut. I'm Alonzo Shea Ross, and I'm here to basically start this vlog journal situation. Excited to talk to you about a 3-part mini vlog that I decided to create for a myriad of reasons. We oftentimes don't document the journeys, and the purpose of this is for me to document the journey. I was born in the little big city of Milledgeville, Georgia, capitals, Collins and Culture, Baldwin County for those that know. 478, formerly the 912. I go back that far. Kid of the 80s, grew up in the 90s and lived throughout the 2000s. I can tell you that this is my origin story. Raised primarily by a single mother. My mother has, of course, passed on with the help of her mother and my aunts. I had a really good upbringing. I missed absolutely nothing. I literally had everything that any boy could want. Don't even get me started on food, because my mother would make me my own very small pan of dressing and my own small pan of banana pudding. That's my problem today. But I lived well, and I feel like that is really the start of my origin story. My grandmother, Miss Alice Stubbs, really sat at the forefront of my life for most of my life. My grandmother, who much accounts, she had a 10th grade education, went back and got her GED, and literally created a life for herself and for her kids, because she too became a single mother at an early age. Young man's life, particularly when you're being raised by your mother sees an opportunity for you to have a little bit more of a male influence. I was raised by my mother and primarily by women. My aunts, my grandma, my great aunt, I was always around women. So the male influence was very fleeting for the first part of my life. And I think my mother saw things, and that some things that she wanted to be able to teach me. But a woman can raise a boy, but it's impossible for a woman to show a man how to be a man. And so my mother saw value very early on for me to spend more time with my dad in a very intentional way. Who did with my dad? And that was how I graduated eventually from North Clayton High School, College Park, Georgia. And my mother was one of the most loving, most compassionate women I have ever met. My mother put me at the center of her universe all of my life, all of her living life that I was around, right? From the time that she was 23 to the time she left this earth. Mother was my lady, man. And I think that being a man that had a mother that loved him so deeply, that loved him so hard, that put all of my needs, all of my wants, all of my desires at the forefront of her life, I was a little spoiled. I was a little spoiled. And not only did my mother do that, but my grandmother did that. Not only did my grandmother do that, but my aunts did that. I, standing before you today, is a man that, if you look up the term mama's boy, a face like this should show up. So the ancestors looking down on me, they did it. Reflectively, there was never an absence of love in my life, ever.
Wonderful. I like to tell Dada. Wonderful. I like